Welcome to the channel. We're thrilled to have you join us on this exciting adventure. Today, we're diving into North Dakota's hidden gems. This state, often overlooked, holds a treasure trove of experiences waiting to be discovered. We're exploring remote towns with stories that touch the soul. These places are rich with history and filled with tales of perseverance and community. This isn't your typical vacation video. It's a journey into America's heart. We're traveling down roads less taken, where every mile tells a story. We're uncovering places of resilience and history, where the population is tiny but the spirit is immense. These towns are the backbone of America, holding on to traditions and values. So buckle up and open your heart to a side of America that's fading away. As we drive through these landscapes, you'll see the beauty in simplicity and the strength in community. By the end, you'll feel a connection to these places. You'll understand the pride and love the locals have for their homes, and perhaps you'll find a piece of yourself here too. Let's head to the forgotten corners of the Peace Garden State. Together, we'll uncover the beauty and charm that lies in these quiet yet vibrant communities. First up, let's take a journey to a place you might miss if you blink while driving by, Russo, North Dakota. This is a town so small you could count its entire population on just one hand. That's right, Russo is home to only a handful of residents, making it one of the tiniest incorporated cities not just in North Dakota, but in the entire country. But don't let its size fool you. What Russo lacks in numbers, it more than makes up for in heart, character, and a sense of community that's hard to find anywhere else. Founded way back in 1906, Russo was once a bustling little hub. It had its own bank, a school where local kids learned and played, and a church that stood as the center of community life. Today, many of those buildings stand empty, weathered by time and the relentless prairie winds. But they're not just relics. They're reminders of the town's resilience, its history, and the people who refuse to give up on their home. Imagine waking up here, greeted by the golden sunrise spilling over endless fields, and the gentle sound of wind rustling through tall prairie grass. Life moves at a different pace in Russo. Slower, quieter, but deeply connected to the land and its stories. Russo is more than just a dot on the map. It's a living lesson in perseverance, a place where every creak of an old farmhouse and every faded paint chip tells a story of survival and hope. Look closely at the aged wooden boards, the barns that have stood for generations, and you'll see the fingerprints of history. And if you meet one of the proud residents, you'll feel the pride that comes from being part of something enduring, something rare. In many ways, Russo embodies the American spirit in its purest form: grit, determination, and an unwavering belief in the value of home, no matter how small. So here's to you, Russo. You may be tiny, but your story is mighty. You have my respect, a whole lot of respect. Next, we journey to Antler, a tiny town nestled near the Canadian border, where the vast prairie stretches as far as the eye can see and the sky seems to go on forever. Here, the wind carries stories across open fields and the land itself feels timeless. Antler is home to just a couple dozen people, a close-knit community where everyone knows each other by name. Life moves at a gentle pace, and the quiet is broken only by the laughter of children or the distant call of a meadowlark. It's a secret the prairie keeps, a story of resilience, warmth, and togetherness. In Antler, the bonds between neighbors run deep, woven through years of shared experiences and mutual support. Here, you're not just neighbors, you're family. People look out for one another, lending a hand when times are tough and celebrating together when times are good. The town takes its name from Antler Creek, a winding stream rich with the antlers of deer and moose, a reminder of the wild beauty that surrounds this place, and the deep connection to nature that shapes daily life. As you walk through Antler, you see remnants of a busier time, an old schoolhouse where generations learned and played, a quiet church that still stands as a beacon of hope, and buildings that whisper stories of the past. The silence here is full of memories, echoes of laughter, the tears of generations, and the dreams of those who built their lives on this land. Every weathered fence and creaking porch tells a story. Antler isn't about grand monuments or bustling streets. It's about the feeling of a place that holds on, where history lives in every corner and the spirit of community endures. Even in the quietest moments, Antler reminds us that even the smallest light can shine bright, offering warmth and hope in the darkness. Antler is more than just a dot on the map. It's a beautiful, quiet whisper on the prairie, a testament to the enduring spirit of small towns and the people who call them home. Leith, a town that almost lost its soul. It was targeted by hate, but the people stood their ground. They fought back with community and resilience. Leith showed the world a town is more than buildings, it's its people. The spirit of Leith refused to be broken. Today it's quieter, scarred, but still standing. The residents are symbols of strength, guardians of a town that didn't blink. Visiting Leith is a sobering reminder of the courage it takes to defend peace. Arena, a ghost town where history whispers on the wind. Once a stop on the Northern Pacific Railway, it had hope. Now the old grain elevator stands as a monument to the past. Walking through Arena is humbling. You see foundations overgrown with wildflowers. Each object is a clue to the lives once lived here. Arena reminds you everything is temporary, but the land remains. It's a place for reflection, connecting with North Dakota's past. Hanks, nestled in the rolling hills, is the definition of peaceful. With a dwindling population, it's a place of tranquility. In Hanks, the world's noise melts away, leaving only nature's sounds. It forces you to slow down and just be. Hanks was once an agricultural hub, now a quiet reminder of simpler times. The landscape is gorgeous, putting your problems in perspective. Hanks is a reminder that even as communities fade, the land's beauty endures. Tegas, a town almost forgotten, is a mystery on the High Line. Once a railroad town, it now exists in a strange in-between state. A few people remain, but the town site is a collection of decaying buildings. It feels like a post-apocalyptic movie set. The prairie grass reclaims the streets, sparking imagination. Tegas is a mystery wrapped in silence, a forgotten chapter in history. Wheelock, a place that hits you in the heart. Once bustling, it now tells a story of loss and beauty and emptiness. The old brick school stands with majesty, the streets lined with mature trees. It's a peaceful quiet, a place for contemplation. Wheelock is a reminder that nothing lasts forever, but beauty remains. Temple, a place defined by what isn't there. Founded in the early 1900s, it was a product of the railroad boom. Now, just a few structures remain, witnesses to a bygone era. These buildings are artifacts holding stories of the past. Visiting Temple is like visiting a museum with no walls, history raw and unfiltered. Petrel, a true ghost town, is a tear in the fabric of time. Named after a seabird, it's a mystery in the prairie. Once a railroad town, it now feels like people just walked away. The old Petrel store is a preserved moment, a step back in time. Petrel is a time capsule where the past is a physical presence. Omeme, a classic boom and bust tale. Once a hub of culture and commerce, it was the queen city of the Mouse River Loop. But the railroad bypassed it, and the town's momentum shifted. Today, Omeme is a ghost of its former self, a faint echo of a party long ended. It's a reminder of how quickly fortunes can change. Verendrye, a place with a story tied to early explorers. Named after the La Vérendrye brothers, it connects you to a longer timeline. Now a ghost town, its stories linger in the old schoolhouse. Verendrye makes you think about layers of history, inviting you to listen to the land's stories. Sherbrooke, once the county seat of Steele County. It had a courthouse, lawyers, and status, but the railroad missed it, and the county seat moved to Findlay. Sherbrooke withered away, a ghost town in the truest sense. It's a cautionary tale of how a single decision can create or destroy a town. Charbonneau, set against the dramatic Badlands, feels wild and abandoned. Named after Toussaint Charbonneau, it served ranchers and farmers. Now, abandoned buildings are swallowed by the landscape. Charbonneau speaks to the struggle between man and nature, a melancholic ruin. Sanger, on the Missouri River, is actively remembered. Once a lively river town, it faded with the creation of Lake Sacagawea. Descendants started a preservation society, stabilizing buildings and telling the town's story. Visiting Sanger is seeing an act of love, the power of memory preserved. Vanish, a town that was drowned but refused to die. The Garrison Dam flooded its valley, but residents moved the town to higher ground. They merged with Watford, becoming Watford City, but kept Vanish's spirit alive. The Four Bears Bridge marks the original site, a powerful testament to resilience. 15 towns, 15 stories of heart and resilience. Thank you for joining me on this journey. We saw beauty in emptiness and strength in holding on. These towns are a vital part of the American story. If this journey moved you, please subscribe to the channel. Your support helps us find more hidden gems. Until next time, take care of yourselves and each other.